Hello, friends. It's Carla, your online doctor, with today's Live in 5. Today is Wednesday, June 17th. It is 5:06 p.m. I apologize. I was on the phone with a dear friend who I haven't spoken to in forever, and I didn't want to cut her off. So, first off, I wanted to let you know I will not be doing a Facebook Live tomorrow or Friday. Normally, this week of the year, I am out at Salt Lake City at a convention, and unfortunately, the convention was not officially canceled, but it is virtual. So I am going to be caught up in a lot of fun education tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday. So I will not be coming live then. So I'm just letting you know. So let's talk about a new treatment option for COVID-19 that could be authorized for use by September if testing goes well. Now, if patients treated do not progress to hospitalization, that would be powerful data and could lead to EUA, emergency use authorization, from the FDA. Now, the two drugs in human trials currently are called monoclonal antibodies, which are created by using your immune cells. Okay, they are laboratory-produced molecules designed to serve as a substitute antibodies that can restore, enhance, or mimic the immune system's attack on foreign material. Now, they are designed to bind to antigens, so one antigen per antibody. That is why it's monoclonal, okay, one. So they're designed to bind to these antigens or proteins that exist on the surface of cells, including viruses, but also things like cancer cells. Okay, the two drugs block the spike protein on the ACE2 receptor on the coronavirus that allows it to enter human cells and infect them. If this step is blocked, there is no entry into the cell, and viruses cannot reproduce unless they get access into a cell. They don't have the mechanism. They basically get into your cell and take over your DNA function to do their bidding for reproduction. Now, the goal is to have one antibody that can be used at the lowest dose possible. Unfortunately, drug manufacturers are unlikely to be able to create the drug for everyone. The drugs would likely be used for vulnerable groups, such as nursing home patients, where vaccines are less effective due to lowered immune responses, just as an example. Now, one antibody started phase 1 trials on June 1st, and the other one just a week later. Now, monoclonal antibodies are currently used to treat a variety of conditions, including cancer, Crohn's disease, and rheumatoid arthritis. Now, one advantage for this class of therapeutics is the timeline for development. Development, testing, and approval are typically shorter than drugs made from chemical compounds. Now, researchers use the receptor binding protein to attract antibody-producing B cells in your body in a blood sample obtained from somebody who is a COVID-19 survivor. Okay, they actually found 4 unique antibodies, but the two that are in clinical trials, displayed synergistic action in binding to the protein, which prompted them to continue further investigation. Now, by synergistic, meaning they work together and enhance each other's activity. Now, the researchers used a particle accelerator to map at near atomic resolution, meaning pretty minuscule resolution, so that it's almost perfect, the way the antibody locks on to the viral target, giving them the much needed information to guide future treatment options. This is beautiful. This is wonderful science. Now, understand, monoclonal antibodies are produced in a laboratory and are not the same as convalescent plasma. Okay, convalescent plasma is blood that is obtained from a COVID-19 survivor, rich in antibodies, and then the plasma is separated off from the red blood cells and transfused into a compatible recipient. So in convalescent plasma, it's like getting a blood transfusion of sorts directly from one person to you. In monoclonal antibodies, they use, like I said, they use the blood from survivors to then create in a laboratory these antibodies, which are synthetic, but are like duplicates of what a body would make, to then allow lots of people to receive this in hopes of, like I said, enhancing or mimicking your body's response and hopefully creating really good results. So let's pray, fingers crossed, that this is one other option that doctors will have at their disposal in the coming days, weeks, months to use for people who are getting infected. On that note, it's very promising. So I'll leave that with you. You guys can Google monoclonal antibodies, learn a little bit more if you want, ask some questions. I'm here to give you some, guidance. Remember, I will not be here tomorrow or Friday because I'm going to be at my virtual convention soaking up lots of information, and I'll be able to share some of that with you hopefully in the coming days and weeks. On that note, have a lovely 4 days. I will see you on Monday for another Live in 5.